Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's look is this cranberry smoky eye with a gold glitter liner. I'm starting off by priming and neutralising the eyelid using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. You'll notice I'm wearing a contact lens. The reason I'm changing the colour of my eyes for this tutorial is because naturally I have brown hazily eyes, so I wanted to show you a look that's suitable for all different coloured eyes and how it would look on me but with a different coloured eye. I'm using this beautiful eyeshadow by Colourpop. This was sent to me last year by one of my followers called Janet, and this colour is called Drift. Due to the texture and formula of these products, I find the best way to pack the colour on is using a flat shader brush. The one I'm using is by Blank Canvas Cosmetics and it's the E24 brush, and I'm applying this colour all over the mobile eyelid. And for those of you that don't know what the mobile eyelid is, it's the part that moves, so from your lash line up to where your eye naturally creases. Using the tip of my brush, I'm also applying that colour underneath the lower lashes. Don't forget to connect that outer corner with the top lid. And with this particular eyeshadow, you want to apply the colour twice to really build up the opacity, but they're already very pigmented, so it doesn't take much. I'm now using a fluffy blending brush, again by Blank Canvas Cosmetics, to work around the seams of the eyeshadow just to soften it. To line the waterline, I'm using Zoeva's Graphic Eyes in the colour Taupe. What I love about this pencil is that although it's a charcoaly brown shade, it is metallic, so it's reflective, it's not too dark. Now I'm taking the colour Swiss Chocolate by MAC, and on my pencil brush I'm applying that into the crease area. I'm just using the tip of the brush for placement, so the initial intense pigment isn't too high, and then I'm using a fluffy blending brush to blow the colour out softly. So this brush is the E26 blending brush by Blank Canvas Cosmetics, and you can get 10% off of all of their brushes using the code Shonagh at the checkout. If you're looking for affordability and quality, then definitely check them out. So once you've blended the first pass out, you then want to go back in with your pencil brush and place the colour over the same area. This is going to build up the opacity of the colour, but also the intensity, and it means it's going to last longer. The trick when blending out matte eyeshadows is to work in circular motions with your brush and be patient. Use a light hand and just keep going over it until you're happy with the blend. If you find you've applied too much eyeshadow, just change your blending brush and go in with a clean one. Using what's left on the bristles of my pencil brush, I'm applying that underneath the lower lashes and connecting that with the top lid. Then I'm going back in with my blending brush again to work over the seams of the eyeshadow to make sure it fades out into nothing. Now, depending on how intense you want this smoke to be on the outer edge will depend on how many times you apply the colour. I'm going back in and building the colour up. I've got enough eyelid space to take the colour out a little bit further and a little bit higher, so I'm doing that very slowly. You can just do whatever suits your eye and whatever your personal preference is. Next I'm taking this slightly deeper matte brown eyeshadow called Mocha, and this one is by MakeUp Geek. And using my pencil brush, I'm applying this to the very outer V shape of the eye. And then taking my blending brush, I'm going to soften that and work that into the colour we've already got on the eyelid. The Swiss Chocolate colour that we first applied is the one that's been blended out the highest, and then the placement of this brown eyeshadow was slightly lower. We kept it close to the very outer corner of the eye. I'm also taking a little bit of Mocha just on the very outer corner of the lower lash line and fading it across. And once again going back in with my blending brush to fade the seams. To add some extra dimension and intensity to this look, I'm using Corrupt Eyeshadow by MakeUp Geek, which is a matte black, and with the smallest amount on the end of my pencil brush, I'm applying that into the V shape of the eye, and then working over that with the same blending brush, because the blending brush will have a small amount of the brown pigment on, and that will help to fade out this black. Again, use a really light hand to do this. Going back in with the pencil brush and a small amount of the Mocha eyeshadow, I'm going to tone down the black ever so slightly. And the reason we've done this is so that we can build up that intensity but without overpowering with a black eyeshadow, and I'm just fading everything together with a nice clean blending brush. Going back to my flat shader dipped in some more of that cranberry eyeshadow, I'm re-intensifying that colour because we do tend to lose a bit when we go through the blending process, so reapply it to both the top and bottom lid. Next I'm taking this foiled eyeshadow by MakeUp Geek, and this one is called Magic Act, and it's a nice gold shade. I'm applying that to the inner corner of the eye using my Blank Canvas Cosmetics mini detailer brush. I'm also applying a very small amount of that underneath the brow bone, but because it is a metallic finish you really want to work the colour in, so take your time with blending this in. I'm now going in with some glitter, and I'm using the Clearly Liquid glitter base. I'm applying that along the top lash line in a nice winged shape. Here I'm just using the mini applicator brush that comes with the Lit Cosmetics glitter kit, but you could use any fine liner brush to do this. Then I'm taking the Lit Cosmetics Beach Baby glitter, and this is a really beautiful cool gold colour. I'm using a fine liner brush dipped in the glitter and I'm pressing that onto the glue. You should get a nice crisp edge because it will only stick to the area that the glue's been applied. And if you want more of a metallic finish rather than a glitter finish, then you can mix a little bit of the glitter with a little bit of the clear glue and then use it as a paste. A tip is to keep your eye looking downwards into a mirror until this is dried. Next I'm taking Sigma's Line Ace liquid liner in the colour Monogram, and I'm lining from the inner corner of the eye all the way to the outer corner, keeping that extremely close to the lash line, so it's a very thin line. And as this dries, it's going to deepen to a nice muddy brown shade, and it's going to help darken the root of our lash line. Using the very tip of the brush, I'm also tracing along the base of the wing. Next I'm going to curl my lashes using my Shurumura eyelash curlers. Then I'm going in with my Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. I'm going to apply a couple of coats to my top and bottom lashes. And I'm going to wiggle this right at the root to really give some lift to my natural lashes. We are going to be applying some falsies to the top, so we want to apply a couple of coats of mascara to the bottom just to add some balance. The lashes I'm using are by Backstage Lashes. They come on a super fine band and they're really comfortable to wear. I like to apply falsies with my fingers and I like to wiggle them right to the root and then use my fingers just to push them backwards and manipulate them into shape. And that completes this look. I actually think this looks quite regal, like a little gold tiara sitting above your eyelashes. I get a lot of requests for this type of eye makeup for Asian brides. This is a particularly great colour scheme for light coloured eyes because the cranberry really makes light coloured eyes pop. I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up if you have. If you've missed my previous tutorials, you can click on these now and it will take you to those. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. If you'd like to see more of what I get up to on a daily basis, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and they're all at ShowMe MakeUp. Thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon. Bye!